Hey, peace, boxing fans. Thanks for clicking on another Bite Down Boxing video. Uh, I'm making this video because I gotta take a stand on a matter that troubled me earlier today. And the short of it is, as a boxing podcast, a boxing writer to a degree, and a huge fan of the sport. I gotta keep it funky for a minute, and I will not be supporting the Manny Pacquiao versus Adrien Broner pay-per-view headed our way January 19th. After the day, I'm instituting a moratorium on that fight. With the reason being the video that I saw earlier today on Adrien Broner's Instagram page, where pulling one of his gag videos, I guess. Just disrespected some two women working at either a CVS or a Walgreen, and with one of his hoax videos or whatever you want to call it. But this is the reason why I kind of rock with myself, and somebody commented a couple of videos ago, how I needed to follow some other channels that are some bigger channels or some channels that's really telling it how it is. And like I said, it's funny with some of these social media hashtag activism things and some of the black empowerment, pro-black messaging and all of that. This is why I can't fool with some of that stuff, because so often we're willing and we're eager to rush to the defense of a multimillionaire athlete, or an athlete with we have the perception of them being a multimillionaire, but we're so eager to rush to the defense of celebrities in this country. And but then when things happen to the everyday person, we're mum on it, or we're just silent when it comes to speaking on the common sense stuff. And I didn't say anything when this pay-per-view fight was announced. I didn't get all vocal about the merit of Adrien Broner being named to a pay-per-view fight based on his last 3 to 5 fights or last 2 or 3 fights. I just said I'm gonna fall back and be quiet. Whatever. Wasn't gonna buy the fight. As a journalist or boxing internet writer, podcast guy, I was gonna go to the theater if I could check it out, so I could talk about it and be, follow the story. But after what I saw today, nah, I'm not supporting it. Won't be speaking anymore on it. And I'm not looking to convert anybody. Not trying to push no hashtag or no no boycott. It's just you just can't support any and everything and any and every person in this world. I'm sorry. And I thought it was kind of I don't even want to say genius, but kind of part of Broner's creativity to pick up the mantle of doing this for the hood, needing some kind of angle to play here. It's part of his marketing that he comes up with for every fight. And but is it acceptable in the hood that you treat women in this manner? And then when I listen to a lot of the rap music of today and some of the different stuff, You know, we got all tied up, or some people got all tied up in the Me Too movement and what's going on in Hollywood and you know, in other industries. And then we sitting here, we never did take a look at and examine hip hop's record with how we discuss women and how we treat women and the stuff that we condone, the stuff that we put our money into and the stuff that we support with our money. We just ignore it. But like I said, this is kind of why I stick with my own thing, man, and keep to myself. Cause stuff like this, you know, that salute to the sister, the manager or the shift leader or team leader or whatever, you know, who came over, who was over the cashier. The cashier was kind of standing there, shook, younger lady, young woman. She was kind of shook, like, what's going on? I'm being recorded. This person is talking to me. Wow, you know, what is even going on? And then the other sister, who was a little bit more seasoned, you know, she had to come over and say, act like she had some sense. And then there's somebody on the video laughing, you know, at everything that Adrien Broner is saying. And I guess everything is a joke. I guess everything is a joke. And, you know, I was looking at some things that kind of spoke to it. Like I said, when we get to talking about a lot of the messaging on a lot of the boxing YouTube channels. And I found two quotes that instantly came to mind, kind of like the gist of them if I didn't know them verbatim. But one Gandhi quote was the true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members. The second is Nelson Mandela. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. And like I said, I'm sitting here watching this Instagram video with, you know, the laughing out louds and the laughing my LMAO and all of that. And it was a fair number of people that said, you know, this is some BS. And I salute all of those peoples that, you know, stand up and confront, you know, questionable behavior. And like I said, you know, here it is in a week where this millionaire athlete was arrested and released, arrested on some BS. You know, you can look into the details on that, but arrested on some BS. And then we get the reports that he, you know, some jeweler in New York, I believe Pristine Jewelers, is owed like nearly $1.2 million for a jewelry purchase that's a year overdue. And then, you know, the guy wants another $1 million as part of in punitive damages. And I think if you've been following these last couple of AB fights, you know that the purses are right around $1 million. Now, it might be a second check for some promotional credit or something, but you know, basically the fights were about $1 million purse for him. But we still gonna run out here and salute this brother and lift this brother up, and I'm rocking with Adrien Broner. But you spend an entire purse on a jewelry purchase, and nobody scratches their head and thinks that, you know, maybe something here ain't adding up, or maybe this isn't the guy for me to get behind. And then lastly, going in when this fight was announced, I'm reading one of the PR people for Adrien Broner put a lengthy post on Facebook talking about how AB deserves all of this leniency, giving the benefit of the doubt, that everybody's looking ahead to a possible Mayweather and Pacquiao rematch, when we need to overlook some of the stuff and the conduct and the antics and the off the field stuff. We need to overlook all of that because AB deserves his shot. And, I just read it. Sounded good. He's a member of the team. And, who am I to throw dirt on somebody and condemn somebody? Whatever. I'm just, okay. But, like I said, after seeing today's events, and who knows, maybe it's a hoax, like the Tekashi 6ix9ine or whatever that cat's name is. Maybe it's a hoax and off camera. Maybe he bought these ladies lunch. Maybe he, laid a stack on the counter for him. I don't know. But like I said, for me, I'm going to fall back. I won't be bothering with any kind of pre-fight analysis. No mentions of it on the podcast the week of the fight week. And then no mentions of it, no breakdowns or nothing of it, period. It's a wrap. And like I said, you just get to a certain age, to a certain point, and when you start being silent on stuff, man, and that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes for people who know better to sit around and not act better. And it's every week. Every week in this game, we're overlooking something, not necessarily by AB, but we're overlooking something just to be cool and to flow, go along and get along and maintain the status quo and all of that. And like I said, for me, I just find something better to do with my time that night. So that's really all I wanted to get out there. I know who knows what the response or the reaction is. But like I said, salute to the people on Instagram who still have some common sense, some a conscience, still have some morals and ethics, a code of conduct. And salute to that sister at that store who handled herself like as if she was a millionaire or a multimillionaire. Salute to her. And that's really all I wanted to talk about. I'm probably 5 minutes longer than what I really wanted to say. But that's just where I am. From this day forward, that's a fight that I'm going to take off of my fight calendar. Just being myself. Hey, thanks for checking out another Bite Down Boxing video. I'm the host of the Bite Down Boxing podcast, Wood. And please subscribe to the channel. If you into if you picking up what I'm laying down. And I just leave it at that. I'm out. Peace.